Hi, Jonas and Cam. Today I'm reading a special book called The Shabbat Box because it's Friday. This was one of Max's favorite books, and at the end I have something special to show you. So here we go. This is written by Leslie Simpson and illustrated by Nicole Eden Bosch. The Shabbat Box. Every Friday, someone got to take home the Shabbat box. It was a shoebox covered in velvet with Shabbat written in Hebrew letters. Inside there were candlesticks, a Kiddush cup for wine, and a challah cover. Each week the teacher added fresh challah rolls with raisins. So here we have the box, the candlesticks, the Kiddush cup, the challah cover. Everyone loved the box. There was only one problem. There was only one box. So there we see the teacher giving the raisin challah. This says Shabbat in Hebrew. So one box, and there were 14 kids in the class. There was Ellie and Sarah and Noah and Rachel and Sophie and Zachary and Sam and Rose and Ruth and Ira and Julia and Rafi and Miriam. So we always liked reading this page because my name is Sarah, your mama's name is Rachel, and we had a cat named Ruth and a cat named Naomi. And if Max had been a girl, we would have named him Julia. Oh, pages are falling out. There was one term per customer. That meant Ira would have to wait until winter for his turn. How long until winter, he asked his mother. After the leaves fall off the tree and the snow comes, she answered. So here's the calendar. He's waiting. And then he's getting ready for bed after his bath, and he's dreaming of winter because he knows it'll be his turn for the Shabbat box. Now he's in bed. You can see him in bed, right? Very nice pictures. How long will that be? Asked Ira. About 14 weeks, said his mom. How long is 14 weeks? He asked. About 98 sleeps, his mom explained. 98 sleeps? That feels like forever, said Ira. Look at his little doggy, just like Django sleeps on Max's bed. After many, many sleeps, winter arrived, and it was finally Ira's turn. He put the Shabbat box in his knapsack and started walking home. But that Friday there was a bad snowstorm, and the wind whipped his eyes, his face. His eyes were so cold they felt like popsicles, and his feet got soaked from snow falling into his boots. So you can see the winter storm hit. It looks like Colorado. Okay. When he finally made it home, he was shivering. Inside, the air was warm. His dad was making honey chicken. There was pea soup with noodles bubbling on the stove, and he could smell a chocolate cake baking in the oven. Ira took off his knapsack, and in the storm, the flaps had opened and the Shabbat box had fallen out. His lips trembled. He began to cry. What's wrong? Asked his dad. The Shabbat box is gone, he sobbed. What will we do? So there's the dad cooking the chicken and the soup. There's the cake. There's the doggy. And here's the empty knapsack. No Shabbat box. They went outside to look for it. Their eyes stung and they couldn't see through the blowing snow. Cars were sliding and people were slipping on the ice. We better go back inside, his dad said. All right, this is a pretty fun scene here. You can see all the fun that's happened. There's Ira and his dad. There's someone slipping. That doesn't look so good. Someone walking their doggy. Ira began sobbing again. There's only one Shabbat box, and I've lost it. I'm going to be in trouble. He didn't want to eat the soup or the chicken or even the chocolate cake. How do you think we can solve this? His mother asked. Ira thought. He thought so much his head hurt. He felt miserable. So there he is, sat at the table, not even eating his chocolate cake and thinking. What a nice mommy. She just asked, how do you think we can solve this? All right, Max Brown destroyed this book, apparently, because it's falling apart. But we saved it because we love it. Saturday afternoon, he was lying in his bed and he saw the empty box from his snow boots. You know what I'm going to do, he whispered to his stuffed animals. I will make a new Shabbat box. It will be a surprise. After Havdalah, which is the holiday that ends Shabbat, he put a do not enter sign on his bedroom door. He took his art kit and his big camping flashlight down from his closet and pulled out the box. So there he is thinking, and then he gets the idea. There's his art kit, his do not enter sign, and flashlight. Oh boy, more pages falling out. He decorated the box with purple velvet and shiny sprinkles. He turned his plasticine snakes into candlesticks. Look at that. He made a memory game with pictures of challah and candlesticks and wine cups and people singing. And he painted grapes on his water cup and turned it into a kiddush cup for wine. He painted his pillowcase and turned it into a giant challah cover. Look how creative he's gotten with all of these things. He stayed up all night painting, pasting, and designing everything. He worked by flashlight under the covers of his bed. There he is, hiding under his bed covers. By the time he went to sleep, it was almost morning. On Sunday, he put lollipops and taffy and hard candies and chocolates into the box because Shabbat should be sweet. He wrapped the box in plastic in case it fell into a snowbank. So look at him putting all the yummy candy in. On Monday, it was his turn for show and tell. He unwrapped the box and the kids gathered round. So we can see, even on the chalkboard, can you see that? It says show and tell Ira. So there's Ira doing show and tell. All the kids looking. He told them the story of how he had lost the box in the snow and how he tried to find it. He told them how upset he was, but he left out the part about crying because he didn't want them to think he was a baby. But you know what? Everyone cries sometimes, and that's okay. Then he told them how he made a new Shabbat box for the class. He took a deep breath. I hope you like it, said Ira, and he opened the lid. Everyone peered inside. All the kids were jumping up and down, saying they wanted to take Ira's box home, eat the sweets, and play the memory game, and try out the cool candlesticks. I have something for show and tell, too, said the teacher. But show and tell's for kids, protested Rachel. That Rachel. Last Friday, the day of the storm, I forgot my mittens, the teacher explained. So I went back to school to look for them because my hands were freezing. I saw something peeking out of the snow. She took a slightly crumpled box out of the cupboard. It was the Shabbat box. The bad news is that the challah rolls were soggy, the teacher said. But the good news is the box dried out. Now we have 2 Shabbat boxes, said Ira. Only 49 sleeps until my next turn. So there's the teacher finding the Shabbat box, and there's Ira with the old Shabbat box, the original, and his new one. And isn't that great? Now he only has 49 sleeps. So it turned out really well. And I really love how he got so creative and figured out how to make this right. So what's cool about this book is it tells you how you can make your very own Shabbat box. So if you two were interested in doing that, you could pause this and have you and your mom and dad help you with this. Now I want to show you. Max got very inspired when we first read this, and he made his own Shabbat box. It's a little old, so some of the stars have fallen out, but you can sort of see it says Shabbat. We have purple velvet on it. We have some fringe, just like in the story, and some extra glitter, and this is just wrapping paper. And then, let's see here. Inside the box, we have a yarmulke that Bubby made. We have a beautiful dreidel painting that Max made. We have some candles. We have a challah cover. Beautiful challah cover. Let's see. This is... All right, so there's the beautiful challah cover. We added a few extra things to ours. We have a blessing for the children, which is really nice. We have another challah cover that Max made, and this one also says Shabbat on it. Another yarmulke that maybe your mommy crocheted. Maybe I crocheted it. I don't know. And you know what? There's a few other things in here, but we have some chocolate gelt and some other goodies. Well, we don't have as a kiddush cup, which is okay because we keep that somewhere else. So I'm going to put all this stuff back into the Shabbat box, and I thought, wow, that would be a fun one to share with Jonas and Cammie. So Shabbat Shalom, and if you want any help or tips on making a Shabbat box yourself, you let me know. All right, love you. Bye-bye.